Ever since Mario Jumpman Mario himself appeared as a referee in the NES classic Punch-Out!, cameos in video games have remained inventive, surprising, and above all, fun. Whether the Burger King himself unsettles the crowd in Fight Night Round 3, or you're catching Samus Aran snoozing in Super Mario RPG, it's always a treat when a completely unrelated and unexpected character or pop culture icon shows up in whatever you're playing. With countless cameos to choose from across thousands of games, we decided on 5 picks that range from legitimately unexpected to genuinely moving, so as best to illustrate the appeal of the humble cameo. Before we begin, a quick reminder to subscribe to UNILAD Gaming on YouTube and hit that bell for updates on when we upload. Number 5. Cloud Strife, the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. Let me break this down for you. Cloud Strife was the star of Final Fantasy VII, which is one of the most influential and iconic PlayStation 1 exclusives of all time. For years, Cloud was basically a PlayStation mascot, despite plenty of Final Fantasy games appearing on Nintendo consoles. As such, when Super Smash Bros. Finally introduced a Final Fantasy character into its roster, the fact that it was Cloud Strife left us all shook. Back in my day, you either had a PlayStation 1 or an N64, and the two factions were obligated to hate each other and occasionally have bare-knuckle fistfights in shady back alleys. Now, we can just make Cloud fight Link and Mario in the safety of Smash Bros. Much safer all round. Number 4. Wolverine, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. The Tony Hawk series has had some incredible playable characters over the years. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Darth Maul, and the Neversoft Eyeball, to name just a few. We have to give the top spot to everyone's favourite X-Man, Wolverine though. If only because watching the typically gritty and violent superhero whiz around on a skateboard while listening to pop punk is the best kind of ridiculous. Who knew Wolverine could pull off a perfect pop shove-it? Not me, but my life is all the richer for that discovery. Number 3. Hideo Kojima, Metal Gear Solid 5. Once upon a time, long before the awfulness of Metal Gear Survive, Hideo Kojima was actually allowed to work with Konami on the series he created to make a string of genuinely great, if a little convoluted, Metal Gear Solid games. It's only fitting then that the man who created the series and made it what it was should make a cameo in Metal Gear Solid 5, his final game in the franchise. Kojima appears in a side mission and can be recruited to join the Mother Base. I'm genuinely shocked Konami hasn't patched him out yet, to be honest. Number 2. Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted 4. This is a lovely little cameo that bridged developer Naughty Dog's past and present in one delightful scene between Nathan Drake and Elena at the start of Uncharted 4. You know, before all the shooting and climbing and death-defying escapades. Nathan and Elena's tranquil home life in Uncharted 4 is deftly established with a quick game of Crash Bandicoot, of all things. The PS1 era mascot put Naughty Dog on the map, so it was awesome to see him return in a playable Easter egg that recreated the infamous Boulder Chase level. The big takeaway from this cameo is that Nathan and Elena only own a PS1, which I'd say is proof that treasure hunting, ironically, doesn't pay. Number 1. Stan Lee, Spider-Man PS1. It's no secret that Stan Lee's passing in late 2018 sent shockwaves across the world. The Marvel icon's contribution to pop culture is immeasurable, having given us globally beloved heroes like the Fantastic Four, the Incredible Hulk, and of course, the Amazing Spider-Man. While Stan the Man has popped up in countless Marvel movies and games over the years, we're going with one of his very first video game appearances in the excellent Spider-Man game from 2000. While we don't see Stan himself in this cameo, we do get a beautiful speech from him at the very start of the game. As the camera slowly pans across the opening New York level, true believers and newcomers alike are welcomed by that familiar, excitable, passionate voice. You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys listen to it for yourselves.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike. Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee here. Once again, we find our hero Peter Parker, better known around the world as the Amazing Spider-Man, in a heap of trouble. But this is just the beginning, Spidey fans. So get ready for a true superhero action thriller, packed to the brim with thrills and chills, twists and turns, more supervillains than you can shake a web at, and of course, non-stop web-slinging, wall-crawling action.
Perfect. One thing's for sure. There'll never be another Stan Lee. Thanks for watching our top 5 cameos. Are there any we missed? If so, make your own cameo in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to UNILAD Gaming right here on YouTube.